Now, you are now tuned in to Radio 103.9 New York.
Hola, I'm Deja Perez. We are here at the Hackensack Meridian Artist Lounge. I am super excited to have Tory Lanez here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's get started. First and foremost, let's talk about this album that comes out at midnight.
Yeah, Memories Don't Die comes out at midnight. It's my second album. It's a sophomore album for me, so
there were 18 tracks on this album, but I didn't see Sway Lee on the track listing. Is there something going on with that?
Yeah, well, we were supposed to work. I think he was working on his project right now. I guess the whole thing that they doing together, and then the other one that they got, I guess, solo. So after, I guess, both of our done. I'm sorry, am I allowed to swear? I ain't know, my fault. But after both of our projects are done, I'm sure we're gonna probably collab on something.
Okay, so how hard was it coming up with 18 records for this album?
Not necessarily hard, but it was more so just trying to pick the right 18 songs. And the reason why I said 18 was because, firsthand, I've already given out 4 records from the project. So when, by the time people got the project, it's going to be 14 records. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to make sure that every record was right, and just like perfecting 18 songs took a while, so it was just important that I did that. More so, it wasn't like hard. It was just like, I got to get this perfected,
So is it kind of a combination of your singing skills and your lyrical ability?
Not really. Not necessarily just like, because everything that I've done has always been like a combination, but more so it's just like a great body of work where everything kind of collides. Like, it is still a collaboration with the singing and rapping, but it's just like it goes in so many different places this time around that I think it's one of those situations where, it's not just looked at as like, oh, he's just rapping and singing. It's like, nah, there's just like a big, progression of great music going on right now,
Okay, so of the 18 or 14, what is your absolute favorite?
I'd have to say probably Happiness. Happiness is one of my favorite records. It's a record I wrote about my mother. She passed, by the way. God bless her soul. But yeah, Happiness is a record.
Okay, so let's kind of talk about your childhood a little bit. So your mother passed when you were really young, and your dad became a missionary. Is that right?
No, my dad was always a missionary preacher, and my mom was also a missionary preacher as well. But yeah, my mom died when I was 11, and then my dad took care of me from that point on, and then he still was traveling and doing just missionary preaching.
Did you travel with him?
Sometimes I was in like a lot of, or just different times I was in a lot of different places. Just there'd be times where like I was in Florida, and then I'd be in Atlanta, and then New York, and I would be living in all these places, but it's like as a result of my dad, moving around. So
were you ever overseas?
No, not really, unless y'all can't really count Canada as overseas. So. Nah, I wasn't ever living overseas though, no.
Okay. So what do you like to do in your downtime?
Honestly, I'm a chill dude. I like to just relax. I just be like in the I kind of be in my house in the studio. Like, that's like my hobby. I just like making music. But other than that, like, I like to just relax. I like going to the pool. I like hookah. I like, I just like relaxing, like, because my job entitles so much of like everything. So it's like, it's hard to say like this is aside from my job that I like, you know what I mean? Because all the fun stuff is in my job,
Okay, that's true. So if you had a whole day off and no interview scheduled, no radio tours, what are you doing?
I'm watching movies, playing video games, playing basketball.
Are you any good though?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm incredible. Word.
So speaking of your many gifts, though, of course you sing, you rap. To me, it seems like you're multi-talented. Do you see acting in your future?
Yeah, actually, there's a movie for the albums that have come out. My first and second album collide, and we've created a movie out of them. So the story that takes place in the I Told You album, which was I Told You was the first album, but the story that takes place in that album, it is connected to the stories that take place in the music on this album. There's no skits on this new album, but there's a lot of music, and the music takes you through the stories. So for me, I just wanted to make a film that kind of gave it, you know, both sides of the spectrum, the story from the first one and then some of the musical stuff that I'm talking about. So, excuse me, these cookies she just gave me. she gave me these chocolate chip like Mrs. Fields cookies, like, and expect me to not be like super fat right now. Anyways, but yeah, like I just lost my
the documentary.
Yeah, no, that's not even. It's not even a documentary. It's an actual film. Like it's a short film. I'm directing it with Zach Fax, and it's gonna be a big thing. You know.
That's interesting. Do you see aspirations of like major motion pictures, or would you like to get into that as well, since you're kind of getting your feet wet with this?
Yes, definitely, most definitely. I do 100% believe that like I will be in the major film industry one day as well.
Okay, so if you're just joining us, we are coming to you live from the Hackensack Meridian Health Artist Lounge. Of course, I've got Tory Lanez here. So real quick, because there's a lot of things I want to talk to you about. You've been busy today. But first, I need to know exactly how many tattoos we have on this body of yours.
I don't know at this point.
Seriously? Not even like a ballpark? Because I'm looking at like 17. How many?
I got like, I don't know. I have a lot of tattoos. I'm trying to, a lot of tats. Like, I probably am at like, I don't know. I got like 40 tats. Probably more.
Really?
Yeah, I have a lot of tats. I have little tiny. It's because I have little small tiny tats everywhere in little small places. I got like.
That was really a ploy just to make you do that, but thank you.
Is that what you wanted? But like I got like all these tats. Like, well, this was one tat. This is 2 tats. I got the 90 in this different times. This is 1 tat. Then this whole stuff up here is tatted. Then my arms is tatted. My face is tatted right here. Got a K right here. My sides is tatted. Mm-hmm. My middle of my neck, my sides is tatted over here.
Did that super hurt, the neck?
It's tatted. The neck? No.
It didn't super hurt?
No, the neck doesn't hurt at all. The neck's the one thing that doesn't hurt. Like, I'd be laughing on my neck tats. The middle of the neck was a little...
Yeah.
But the side wasn't as bad.
Okay. So aside from acting and more music, what else do you see in your future?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I think that just everything going on, I want to start opening up a lot of commercial properties. I want to open up like salons and stuff and like lounges and clubs, and that's what I'm kind of getting into now. Yeah.
And what are you doing to prepare yourself for that?
Reading a lot of books. I'm having a lot of meetings with people who've done this before me, and just kind of just learning. I'm not trying to go into anything acting like I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm also learning from the experience that I'm going through.
Okay, so are you officially a Canadian citizen, or are you American citizen?
Yeah, I'm Canadian. I'm 100% Canadian.
Okay, so how different is the music scene in Canada versus here?
The music scene in Canada is it's different because a lot of us are just purely from the Caribbean or from, you know, the Arab Emirates or from like, you know, India or just places like that, and so everyone kind of comes with a certain culture. Like you're very and I'm not to say that there's not like culture here. There's a lot of culture here, of course, but it's like predominantly people that are not really Canadian in Canada. You know, it's like people from other places, like whether or not you're Irish or you're whatever the case is. It's like people who come from all these different cultures, and it's like this melting pot where there's so many people of so many different cultures there, and you know, it integrated because, like, you know, you'll have Africans who've married Irish Portuguese women, and then you'll have like, you know, an Arab, someone from the Arab Emirates who's married an Asian, black, Spanish guy. It's like all this just flavor is in one place. So I think that's what that kind of translates into the music, you know, and that makes it like one of those situations where when you hear our sound, it always feels like, yo, what do they have in the water? Or like, what do they, you know what I mean? But it's not even that. It's just we're raised in so much sauce and so much culture in a melting pot of sauce. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's dope. Do you speak multiple languages?
I'm trying to get into Spanish right now, but I'm not that good.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so where do you see yourself musically in 5 years? Is there somebody specific you'd like to work with?
I would like to work with all the greats of their genre of their sound, of their time. I would just like to say, like, for me, in 5 years, I feel like if I'm not like the biggest artist in the world at that point, then I feel like I'm gonna be close and on my way to being, you know, one of the biggest artists in the world and the biggest artist in the world.
Okay. Are you open to working with different, I mean, it sounds like you are, different genres. Like, do you see rock in your future? Like,
everything. I make all kinds of music. I mean, I'm not conformed to just hip hop and R&B. Like, I make all types of music. Like, I have old music, I have new music, I have music that sounds like it's from the 70s. I got disco music, I got Spanish music, I have everything. Like, I got a lot of different sounds.
Dope. So who would you say were some of your greatest musical influences coming up? Because it sounds like you've got quite the melting pot of music.
Yeah, well, I listened to a little bit of everything, from like Kirk Franklin to Michael Jackson to Coldplay. Even like when I was younger, I used to listen to everything, like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, because that's what was on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was listening to. Everything, like Ludacris, whatever was on TV, I listened to it. So that's kind of where I drew my inspiration from, coming up and, like, you know, learning.
All right, so we're going to wrap things up. Of course, we're coming to you live from the Hackensack Meridian Health Artist Lounge. This is Tory Lanez. So I actually play a little game. I do an entertainment report. It's called What's Poppin'. And so, but basically it's going to be like quick fire questions about you. So I'm going to ask you a question. You just give me whatever pops in your head. And it's going to be off my dome too. I don't have 9 minutes of me. So I ain't ready for that, okay? All right. Favorite color?
Green.
Favorite animal?
Dog.
Favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Favorite movie of all time?
Juice. I don't know.
Favorite R&B record?
Anything from the Chicks Tape 4.
Favorite rap record?
Anything from any of my albums.
Nice answer. Best TV show?
From what era?
Ooh, okay. I didn't know we were answering questions with questions. All right. Let's do 90s to 2000s.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay. Favorite vacation getaway?
Bahamas.
Favorite animal?
Dog.
Did I ask you what your favorite candy was?
No, but you did ask my favorite animal, but my favorite candy is a Snickers bar.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so I think that's it.
All right. I was like,
What's she going to ask me next? All right. Well, I super appreciate you. Of course, this is an exclusive Cumulus Media event. You can follow us at Cumulus Media. Yes. Now, real quick, before I let you go, though, let's talk about where everyone can get this album.
Everybody can get this album on Apple Music, iTunes Store, Amazon, Target, Best Buy. You can go buy the physicals everywhere. Just go get it. Amazon, Google, I don't know. Just, you can get it anywhere. Spotify, Apple, all the streaming platforms, all the physical platforms that you normally get albums from. My stuff is available there.
All right, and can you give everyone your social media and yeah?
Tory Lanez to the world. ToryLanez. That's my Instagram. That's my Twitter. That's everything that you need. And memoriesdon'tdie.com. It's also something that you should go to, in ToryLanez.com.
And when does the film come out?
I'm sorry, when does the what come out?
The film? The movie about?
The film will be out in the spring/summertime.
Okay. So we'll bring you back when that happens so we can talk more about that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, we're coming to you live from the Hackensack Meridian Artist Lounge. I'm Deja Perez, and that's What's Poppin'.